Hello everyone, Kubernetes here. Decided to do a different video format because I've been playing Battlefield 6 bunch and conversations with the guys about certain maps returning. As we know in the current season, Gorman Railway at the moment has returned, which has been arguably the best map in Battlefield 6 so far. And Grand Bazaar being rebranded to Cairo Bazaar. So that's what we're basing this video on. So, those would be old maps that could return in BF6, which may work in certain scenarios. These will primarily be Battlefield 3, 4, 1, and 5 maps, as those ones I've mostly played. So I'm quite familiar with the maps. There may be some from Battlefield 2, for example. I'm not sure about original Battlefield maps or 1943 maps, as I did not play those Battlefields. So, we'll be starting with the Cairo region, as we've got the maps Siege of Cairo and New Sobek City, if I'm pronouncing that last one right. So, let's begin. So the first map I've been considering about, because I quite enjoyed playing this Battle Freak, is Strike at Karkand. I believe since we've seen very similar road layouts in Siege of Cairo, I think Strike Karkand would be very well suited for like an urban Egyptian city sort of map. That would be like Strike, of Egypt or something like that. Something like, rename it similar to the Cairo Bazaar, as I mentioned. But yeah, it's a bit more, because Cairo already has close quarter vehicle maps, so Strike at Karkand would be a good fit for this, I believe. It's pretty solid map design, and honestly, in Rush, it's such a good map to play, which Battlefield 6 at the moment is currently struggling with, I'd say. And seeing Rush and Breakthrough are kind of similar in concept, you could easily add a Breakthrough to this map, as well as Conquest. They'll be focusing on these modes in particular. Others will likely have to do some reworking, but I believe it could work. Next on my list is Hamada from Battlefield 5. Now, this would be a very weird thing one, as different levels of warfare from World War II to modern day. One, this could easily fit in, say, we know everyone knows about the Egyptian front in World War II, so Hamada would fit well in that, in the Egypt region, which it likely is in real life. I'm just going off maps, not real life locations. But I think they could be modified well for a range of vehicle combat, and possibly jets or choppers. Depends if it's too small for jets, which I've played in the wild, so it could be wrong, but if it's big enough, I think jets could work. Again, for Conquest, this would be great, and the fact Battlefield 5 had a Breakthrough in mind for game modes, that and Rush could also work well on this map. The big open spaces could definitely lead to some long-range vehicle action, along with some... Those who like sniping can make use of the large fortress area with the main bridge approach, as well as engineers with their mines. So I believe that would definitely be a good fit for Battlefield 6. Another desert map from an older war Battlefield would be Sinai Desert from Battlefield 1. This one I believe jets would likely not do well in. So I would say switch out the World War 1 planes, which were quite slow in Battlefield, to choppers. Doing that, I think, would transition quite well, especially with more, say, lighter, fast vehicles like dirt bikes, quad bikes, and the jeeps do really well on this map for like mobility. Especially with how if I remember right, that map is extremely quite open. So using use of those vehicles would make a lot of sense. And with the lack of massive high grounds unlike Hamada, sorry, I think this would be definitely a good balance. And again, similar logic for Hamada for Russian Breakthrough. And this map was already quite fun in Conquest on Battlefield 1, especially with the narrow canyons for infantry gameplay. I think that'd be definitely a good fit for this game. Now I'm kind of focusing on more coastal sides of Cairo, as Egypt definitely has well, yeah, Egypt has a range of coastal resorts and cities, and one that immediately came to mind, which I think would be a good fit for theming, would be Operation Mortar from Battlefield 4. If anyone remembers Naval Strike, was arguably the better map of that map pack. Could be wrong, everyone has their own takes, but I remember really enjoying Operation Mortar. As the more naval boat engagements that can flash out more. As we know, Battlefield 6 has an upcoming map next season, I believe, that's focused on more naval combat, which I believe that could be a lot of fun. So leaning into a map that's pretty much designed, had a re-theme for the Egyptian Cairo theme. I think it could work pretty well, especially as a conquest map. I'm not sure for Rush or Breakthrough, as I don't think I actually played that on. Well, play that on that map. However, if I remember right, Naval Strike had the unique game mode of Carrier Assault. So potentially, if say Rush or Breakthrough could lean into that, basically having the carrier be part of the Rush or Breakthrough, could be quite a fun objective to try and take, especially like with choppers, jets, and boats. Could be like, say, a final objective to try and take. So compared to like the big openness of the island, it'd be a lot more claustrophobic, making use of like the tunnels, the runway, different cargo bays to ship. Something that could work pretty well. And finally, for the Cairo section, Hainan Resorts. I've fucking butchered that pronunciation, my apologies. But yeah, Egypt has a big coastal holiday scene, as far as my research could tell me. So I think Hainan Resort would be a very good fit for, say, similar reasons. Operation Mortar would be a good fit, being on more, say, the holiday destinations of Egypt. So Operation Mortar and Hainan Resort. How am I butchering this pronunciation? Jesus, it would be definitely a good fit, like together, like a duo map release. Basically, focus on Egypt's, instead of like the grungy urbanness we've seen in Siege of Cairo and New Sobek City, it'd be more quite lit up, bright, it's like tropical feeling. Which I think could be a really cool feeling for the players as well. But yeah, it's more or less the same lines. And that's the end of the Cairo part of this video. Got others in mind for Gibraltar, Middle East sections, and New York, California, and Germany, as these are the current regions that have come out since. I think Combo Design in there probably would be in the similar area as Liberation Peak. Sorry, it's well. It kind of gives us a very similar vibe with the colours. So, we're continuing with future parts in the future. Hope you enjoyed the video, and keep an eye open for the rest of these parts. Bye, everyone. Sorry, adding this post-main recording it, saying I realize there's been a thing. But if you guys have any own suggestions, please leave them in the comments. Alright, for real this time. Bye! Don't mind me having up the video again.